There we go. I am David Troy, and this is...
Monica Weiss, hello.
Hey, and this is our first video. We're going to start reviewing some backpacks. Why are we reviewing backpacks?
Because we love them.
We love backpacks. It's an addiction that started with me, God, when I first went to, I guess it was Peru. And, you take the typical, the rucksack backpack where you stack all the stuff in it. And I didn't realize how many different types of backpacks there were, how many options there were, and it just became like this, I can't even say rabbit hole or deep dive, I just fell down this well of options and features and everything else, and I just kind of fell in love with backpacks. So I can't stop searching for backpacks, nor can I stop buying backpacks. And since I love to talk about backpacks so much, and most of the people I know don't want to hear it, I figure I'll talk about it with you guys. And you, where did your passion for backpacks come from?
So I've always loved products in general, given how they can be used and help people's lives and make travel better or day-to-day life better. So once David started talking to me about the backpacks that he likes or doesn't like, I was interested because I'm a traveler. And I do a lot of outdoors activities. There's just different needs for different types of adventures. So we wanted to find the one that satisfies most of those. And we think we may have found it, but as you can see, there are a few different types that we have on the table here, and so we're going to review each one as you follow our YouTube page. For now, let's get into
the one that we're going to focus on today. But as Monica was saying, we're going to do a bunch of different ones, a bunch of different styles of packs. So we have crossbody packs, we have waist packs, we have standard backpacks, etc. Some more professional oriented, some more funky and travel oriented, but the two of us bought the same backpack, which is the one we're going to review today, the Cotopaxi Inca 26, which is this one. You can see the whole thing. And it's the same backpack. One of the things with Cotopaxi, and we'll talk about the company a little bit, we will talk a little bit about the brand and kind of their mission, but we're also going to talk about the backpack itself, obviously. But one of the things with Cotopaxi is that you can take the stock colors, which are whatever they are for different bags and etc. And Cotopaxi makes backpacks, they make waist packs, they make crossbody packs, they make toiletry bags, and they make kind of travel luggage and things like that. But one of the things with the company is that you can either take the stock colors they have or choose the Surprise Me option. And with the Surprise Me option, the factory workers pick the colors. So on the different swatches, all of these panels and the straps and the lashings and everything else. So we both chose the Surprise Me, and this is what we got. So this is my Surprise Me. And that's the back. And then there's Monica's Surprise Me. Make sure.
So they're each one of a kind.
Yeah, excellent. So let's talk a little bit about the Cotopaxi company first. Would you like to talk about the company?
Sure.
As I sit there rotating the bag.
Yes.
Okay, so we have some notes pulled up from Cotopaxi's website, so we'll tell you kind of from their mouth what the company is about. We're not marketing the company, nor do we get anything from the company. This is really just what's on their website. So why don't we go over that?
Yeah, sure. So I've always known Cotopaxi as one to be a sustainable brand. I've seen them in stores and presenting themselves as being an inspiration for companies to make both the consumer experience better, but also have a global effect where they're contributing to nonprofits that help communities in poverty. They are providing a fair labor environment with fair pay and benefits and everything like that. So I know that they are reducing their waste impact, and all the materials, as you can see, with the different colors or the different patterns some of them even have, are all different scraps. So everything gets used, and it's based in Latin America, and so the idea is to get outdoors, go adventure, go travel and see the world, and look stylish while you're doing it.
Absolutely. And they have their they have a pretty standard warranty, so manufacturer defects, if you send it in, they'll fix it. But if it's torn, if it's dirty, wear and tear usage, stuff like that, it doesn't seem like they repair that. They also have kind of a sort of recycle program where you can basically send your used pack in, and depending on the cost of the pack and the condition the pack is in and everything else, they can give you a credit on the website to then apply towards another purchase. I have nothing against sustainability, nothing against environmental friendliness, but to be honest with you, when I'm searching for a pack, I just care about the pack. That's the most important thing, and to other people, I know that's different, and that's totally up to you. For me, I want the best pack, the best value, the most features that are usable, etc., etc., etc. So when I go pack first, and of course the mission counts, but for me, it's pack over all else, and that's just me. So anyway, why don't we talk a little bit about the pack itself? And we're not showing our faces for no weird reason other than we want this video to be about the packs and not us. So yeah, let's talk about the packs. First, it is a 26-liter pack, and I'll go over kind of some of the main structural features, and then maybe you can talk about like pockets and the other stuff, the lashings and whatever else.
Sure.
Okay, so main feature. I'll hold it sideways so I can fit in the camera. Okay, this is the top, this is the bottom of the bag. So basically, main features. Okay, it has two large openings. This is one large opening and then another large opening, okay, and Monica will go over kind of what they are, and then it's got sort of an outside wide mouth pocket on the front. It's got adjustable straps in the back here, and it's got the chest strap, and it's got the hip belt with pockets on the hips, and then it's got sort of a hidden pocket here on this strap. It has a loop thing here for the water bottle or the water bladder that comes in, and then it's got a carry handle on top. I'll let Monica kind of deep dive into all of the little features, because there are many little features in these bags, which can, for me at least, be a mixed blessing. Sometimes good, sometimes a challenge, and we'll talk about both of those. So why don't you have at it, and I will move my bag over, and then you can look at yours first.
Sure. Yes, so I'll start in the front. The two zipper pockets that are on the side here actually are pretty roomy. I usually like to put in quick little items that I need access to, so you have those on both sides. The front pocket as well, sometimes I put my fanny pack in here, actually, if I just want to be wearing the backpack. So, or this can hold, like a sweater.
One weird thing with these little front pockets, by the way, and I don't mean to cut you off, but if you look at these little front pockets, there is a strap for, I guess, a hiking axe, pickaxe, or poles, which actually feeds through, and it's hard to see, but there's a small opening here, and you can zip this pocket shut, but you can actually feed, and I'll see if you can see it on camera, you can actually feed the little loop through, and now it hangs out of the bottom. So this pocket is never fully sealed on the bottom. It's actually got a small hole in it. Really, I've never had anything fall out of it, and I've held some pretty small things in there, but it does not fully seal at the bottom. And then the loop can go through, you can zip it up, and you can put your hiking poles, or I guess hiking axes, or whatever you want to put in there, or anything else you want to clip to it if you have a carabiner or something like that. But if you don't need it, you can just tuck it back in there and hide it away as well. But I wanted to highlight that feature because it is sort of a quirky little feature of the bag that I've never seen in a bag before. So.
Yep. And I love these pockets. I will say when the main compartments are full, they do get a little tight. So yeah, I mean, they are pretty roomy if you don't have it filled on the inside, but and then when it is and you open it, it can get a little bit snug. So going on, we have the first main compartment. Mine is pink on the inside. I love that.
Mine is green and like a purplish. And again, I'm going to close the top one so it doesn't distract. You could show yours and I'll show mine also. Just the different angles and maybe a better view. So it's a pretty roomy, fairly large main compartment. It's fairly deep.
Yeah, so this one I find is bigger than the one in the back, actually.
Yeah,
the one in the
much
back
larger.
doesn't go all the way to the bottom, so...
But that's a good thing.
Yeah.
We'll talk about that
For
in a second,
distribution.
so.
I put my laptop in here, my really big laptop. I just put my laptop and my charger in here.
That's interesting. Okay.
So then... After that, we have this smaller one that goes down to right about here. This is how far my hand can fit.
It's a quick grab pocket. Yep.
Yeah, and I like to put sunglasses in here. In the case, I can put a few in actually.
Yeah, and interestingly enough, so they have this sort of fleece-lined pocket within this small pocket, and I think that's made for things that could scratch, things that are fragile, etc., etc. So some people might put their glasses in that, or if you have your glasses in a case, like Monica said, you could put it in here. So anyway.
Right, and then the best part.
Yes, the key clip. Jeez. Oh, that was pretty corny, but that's funny. Awesome. Anyway, so yes, so we have that part.
Yeah, and that one I will say too, if your backpack is full, that it remains more or less reachable, the same size. It's not like the other pockets that it becomes too tight.
Correct. Yeah.
It's a good size.
Yeah.
So that part is good, and then we have the main compartment, which, ta-da, I have some slippers in. It stays flat.
Who doesn't bring slippers with them in a backpack review?
Right, and then there's of course the laptop / tablet
/
area.
water bladder sleeve, right? So
yes,
this is also for a
exactly.
water bladder, a laptop or
clip
tablet.
in.
I actually can fit a 14-inch MacBook Pro in this.
Okay.
And it's a 2021 or 2020, no, 2022 14-inch MacBook Pro, and I could fit that comfortably in there. I could also fit an iPad in there. I think it's the iPad Pro, and it would be a 2023, which I can actually grab and show you how that fits in there. One thing I did want to say, you had mentioned before that you put your laptop kind of in the front one, and that goes all the way to the bottom. The back one doesn't go all the way to the bottom. And as you know, with packs, there's a reason for that, because they want the pack to actually try to secure the laptop. So the back one, which is more padded on the back, and it's got sort of a rigid structure here, which you can kind of see. It doesn't go all the way to the bottom, so that when you set your bag down, if your backpack is in there, you have a little bit of a cushion before the laptop. So when you set your bag down and the laptop is in there, it's got a little bit of a cushion before the laptop or the tablet hits the ground. So it's sort of protecting it. It's hovering off the ground so it doesn't get damaged. Which is why I said it's interesting that you put yours in the front, because theoretically at that point, when you put your bag down, your laptop could be hitting at the same time.
Yeah.
So it's one thing to think about. If you are going to carry a large computer and you can only put it in the front one, you don't put it in the back one, your computer might be a little bit more at risk of damage when you're setting it down. I'll get as you keep going, I'm going to grab the iPad and I'll put that in there.
Okay.
Just so you can see how it fits. We're actually filming on the MacBook Pro now, so I can't put that in the bag because you wouldn't be able to see anything. So
Yep.
Go ahead. I'll be right back. Keep going.
So I think that's a great feature that Cotopaxi has that a lot of other backpacks don't consider, that being the, laptop or tablet at the bottom of the bag. I have a giant laptop. It's the heaviest that I've ever picked up. And so my only option is to put it in the bigger part, but I've never had an issue with it. It's safe, I feel like, or I just put a little sweater on the bottom, and it's pretty big, but I have to put my laptop in that one because my laptop's so big.
So I brought two devices. I brought an iPad. I think that this is one of the Pro versions, and it does have the keyboard case on it. Okay, so we'll put that in, and then I actually did dig up a Dell laptop. I think this is a 15-inch or something laptop, so this is definitely larger than the MacBook Pro that I usually carry with me, just kind of at least width-wise, front to back. Sorry, front to back it's probably about the same, but lengthwise here it's larger. So as you're talking, I will start stuffing my bag. Okay, so we're going to go for the back in the bladder compartment here, and we will, I lost the pen, put it in. So it kind of fits a little bit snug, but it goes in, and it wouldn't have had an issue going in. The keyboard case part here is not as smooth as it could be, so it's hard to slide in general, but not because of the size, just because of the friction of the material. But that goes right in there. Plenty of space, sits perfectly fine. And then again, not because it's snug, just because of the case material. We'll try the Dell and see if the Dell fits. I don't even know if it will, actually. So I don't know if you can see that, but I really have to stretch the pocket here for the Dell, and it will. Looks like it goes in, maybe, and I'm really forcing it, and it kind of just barely fits in. And as you can see, it's kind of pushing against the corner of the bag. It's really just beyond what would be reasonable to fit in this bag. If it was like X amount shorter, it would be fine. But again, even in the back of the bag at this point, you can see this all here is rigid. This is computer here, and this is computer here. So it really is kind of just beyond what this back pocket could hold. So I could definitely see you having to put it in the front pocket where there's much more space.
The website says it fits up to a 13-inch laptop.
Yeah.
So this one is bigger. Mine was even bigger than that. I still find that it works. I still find that it's doable, and actually, because of the size of it and it being bigger, that it's better. And I commonly need to take it in or out, when you're going through security or what have you, at the gate waiting, going anywhere that I need to get on my laptop. And it's very large in the front pocket, and I just find it to be a lot more simple to take it in and out of here.
Yeah, I have pre-check. I don't take the things out, but I know if I did have to take them out, it would be a headache and a half for sure. If I was trying to take it out of the inside pocket here, I would definitely have to keep it in the front one, and that would certainly be easy and convenient taking it out. But like we said, you might lose a little bit of that protection, but that's not the worst thing in the world. All right. Should we blow through the other features, the little quick features on there, because there are a lot of them on this bag, and then we will kind of talk about our favorite parts and our least favorite parts of the bag, and then we can kind of wrap up. So go ahead.
Yeah,
features.
I think the pocket that I was about to get to that are my favorite part is this front waist pocket, which has a good amount of room. I like to put in little, wet wipes, little peppermints, just quick access, important. I have little tissues, napkins in here, vitamin C, just quick little things.
Just for size, to give you a scale, so this is a Samsung Galaxy S23 Ultra. Not that I'm marketing that phone, but just to give you a size for scale. Okay, and this has a small case on it, so it's a little bit bigger than it would normally be, but scale-wise, you can see it would not hold that phone. So it's made for smaller things. Wallet maybe, if you were comfortable putting that in there. Money clip, stuff like that, or like Monica was saying, wet wipes, peppermints, quick grab things, a small thing, hand sanitizer maybe, chapstick, etc. So
yeah, exactly. So and then lastly, this pocket where it's nice and snug in here, and I like to keep in just some silverware for traveling.
You bring
and
silverware
all of
when you
this
travel?
fit in there. Yeah, actually, I have a reusable, washable set that comes in a case, so it's more protected.
And they let you bring that on a
out.
plane?
Oh yeah,
The knife?
it's still made out of recycled plastic.
Interesting.
So
Okay.
I do value the
Sustainability.
yes,
Yes.
exactly. And then I usually throw that in the front pocket, which it's just a little recycled plastic case that has a fork, knife, spoon, and it's really useful. I never have to search for utensils. I just have them.
Interesting. Nice.
Yeah.
I would never have thought to bring utensils with me, other than on a camping trip. But I don't know if I would use this bag for hardcore camping, and I'll go into that in a minute. All right. A few other features. So they have the daisy chain system in the front, which allows you to clip multiple things to the front if you'd like to. Compression straps, which I really like because I tend to overload my bags. I use most of my bags, by the way, for flying back and forth. I commute to work, and I usually have with me sort of 2 days worth of clothes, a computer, small thing of toiletries, and yeah, that's about it. So we're talking about like 2 shirts, button-up shirts usually, 2 pairs of underwear, 2 pairs of socks, a pair of jeans, and then a small bag of toiletries, computer. I think that that's usually what I bring, and that is about the capacity that this bag can hold. I like the compression straps because it does shrink the bag down, keep it more snug to the body, keep it more comfortable. It does have kind of a vented, padded piece here that feels like a foam. It gives it some rigidity and it gives some venting, so it's comfortable that way. It's got adjustments at the top here for where the backpack sits, kind of on the shoulder straps. Adjustments at the bottom. These are standard. These are less frequently used. Like we said, hip straps, etc. 2 water bottle holders, which we will talk about ad nauseum because these are a thing on this bag. They are a thing. And then, yeah, Monica was saying about this front one here, which again is another quick grab pocket. So why don't I let you have your conversation about the water bottle holder first, because we have a lot to say about these water bottle holders. So go ahead.
Okay, sure. So I drink a lot of water. I bring my water bottle everywhere. Again, on the sustainability side.
As I am drinking now, unsustained water. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
And yeah, and just to also mirror what you were saying about your use for traveling, I also use it for flights, and I think it's great. I will say that the water bottle holder is, for me, I think just the one problem, and it's just the one part of the backpack that I would change, but it's fixable. So, okay, I will demonstrate now. Here is the place to put it.
And I'm going to show,
and there's one on each side.
I'm going to show with a different shape and size water bottle, the same thing.
Yeah.
This is sustainable, actually. It's glass. See that? See?
That's very nice. So I think that they made it very large so that it can fit large water bottles. It can fit the ones that have the cases around it. You know, it fits it very well, this 32-ounce Nalgene. That's pretty standard for hiking and outdoor use. So, okay. So boom, it fits. However, whenever the backpack is tipped over, or if you turn your body or bend down, it's very easy for it to slip out. Very easy.
And you can see on mine already, it's already leaning. I haven't done anything to it. I just put it in and it's already leaning.
So yeah, while it's protected, right, you can see there's coverage, it's very large, it's just a little slippery.
And I honestly think it's just the angle. If you can see this, it's hard to see in the video, but if you can see it, the angle of the cut of the opening, and this is the bag straight, and you can see, I don't know, it's dark on mine, or yours are the lighter color, maybe show that one. But the angle of the cut in the opening is slanted as such where in the front, it's got a lot of coverage for the water bottle. In the back, it's very little. This is probably about, here's a strap here. Let me just move this out of the way. So it's probably about 3.5 inches, if I had to guess, ballpark on the bottom, where in the top front, you have almost a foot of coverage, but that leaves it very asymmetrical and it lends itself towards pushing the water bottle out. And so I've had water bottles kind of half hanging out, almost falling out completely. And I pack my bag very, very full. I pack it to the limit. 26 liters is probably the smallest that I could possibly use for the traveling I do. One other thing that I didn't mention about the bag, but I think is really important, is I've never had an issue putting this under the seat in front of me on an airplane. No matter how full it's been, it's always fit. So, you know, it kind of counts as either a backpack or a personal item because you could fit it under the seat in front of you. You could still then have another carry-on bag that would be larger than this. And I've flown JetBlue, I've flown Allegiant, which has very, very small space in front of you. I've flown Delta. I think I've flown Southwest also, and it's always fit underneath the seat in front of me. It's never been an issue, so that's a good thing.
For sure. And then when you had listed off what you pack, and that it's very full, I actually find that I can put more in.
You might be able to. I mean, are you bringing, well, let me see. My shirts are large, right? So my button-down shirts are long-sleeve button-down shirts. They're large. Sorry, 2 button-down, 2 undershirts. Sorry. 2 pairs of underwear, 2 socks. A toiletry bag about that big, which is also a Cotopaxi bag. And then the computer. And it's pretty... Oh, no, I'm sorry. I'm completely forgetting. I put jackets in. I totally
jackets take up space.
I
bring also, in addition to the toiletries, the sweater for the plane.
Yes, I bring a sweater
and
for the plane.
then a change of clothes, laptop, chargers, etc. I also have my speaker that goes in with the laptop when I have to take the electronics out. I also put in my makeup bag or my fanny pack. Umbrella goes in the other water bottle pocket. Plus, you can fit a lot in the other water bottle pocket too.
I've done the umbrella thing. It also tends to lean itself out. It doesn't like to stay in there.
The fix is to, on the compression strap, add a carabiner. And I just clip it in to the lid of the water bottle, and that way it stays in. Yeah. If it does get tilted at a certain angle and fall out, it is still connected to the bag. Yeah. And I was just going to say, on the vein that we're on, that even with all of the gear, all of the materials and objects that we're holding, it's very comfortable to wear.
So it's interesting that you say that. I have found, unfortunately, that this backpack, for whatever reason, and obviously we have different shaped torsos and different shaped shoulders and things like that, I have had a hard time getting this bag to be as comfortable as I wanted it to be on me, on my frame. I've tried a lot of the adjustments. I think I expected it to feel absolutely perfect, absolutely in sync with my body and my shape and everything else, and it has not felt that comfortable, which I've been a little disappointed with. I mean, I probably should fiddle with it more. I've taken about 10 or 15 trips with this bag already, and I felt it on me. I felt heavy. I don't know. I was a little bit like I said, disappointed. I thought it would feel more comfortable. But again, that's my body, my frame. I can't speak to anybody else. You're saying it feels
that's
great
shocking.
for you.
I love it.
Yeah, and I expected to love it. And again, maybe it's more adjustments. But even when I tried to take a lot of the weight off of the shoulders and the chest part by, snugging up the hip straps and the waist and stuff like that, yeah, it's got adequate padding. It really does. It's built the right way. And the other thing that I tend to get a lot of with certain bags, one bag brand in particular, is that I tend to get on my neck these pinch. They're too close together. In this bag, they're not. They're actually okay. There is a particular brand that I just can't find a bag that's comfortable because of the width of my neck. It's just the hit and it cuts in on the sides. I guess really, this bag doesn't have that problem, but I just couldn't get it as comfortable as I wanted to get it on my back. I definitely consistently felt the bag, felt the weight of the bag. didn't really love it. I will put it on also. I'm going to say one more thing about the pocket allocation and stuff like that. I think, and then maybe if you have anything else, and then we can wrap up. But so as I will put it on, and I'm gonna kind of stand up here. Sorry, didn't mean to show my face. I wear a men's medium shirt, so if that gives you some scale, then I'll turn around even though the pockets are open. And this is kind of how it fits. I can adjust it up or down to get the waist to fit on the hips. Monica, what size do you wear?
I wear a women's medium. I have, let's see, 5'4" on me.
Okay.
So I find that it covers most of my back. It comes up to me at a comfortable height at the top. I can reach on the sides fairly easily. I can reach in the back fairly easily if I need to grab something in the front. I actually think it's so comfortable. I'm shocked to hear your review.
Yeah. Again, this is one of the few. I have a few brands that I have. So Cotopaxi, I have about I have 4 items from Cotopaxi, 2 backpacks. I had a third, which I returned just because I ended up replacing it with this one. One of the Cotopaxis is one of the most comfortable bags that I own on my back. It's that commuter one, the one that ends up opening like a clamshell. We'll review that one in the video. That one I find more comfortable than this one, believe it or not. I love that bag comfort-wise. There are features about it that I don't love, but we'll go into that in another review. And this one is less comfortable. PackSafe bags, which I have a number of, I find they are, for me, in my frame, extraordinarily comfortable. And for some reason, the Osprey backpacks, which I know are very popular and people love, that's the one with the straps that always cut into my neck. They always do. And there have been so many Ospreys. I still own 2 Osprey packs because I love the pack so much. But I would have 7 or 8 of them if it didn't cut in on the neck. But it does, so I can't end up getting it. Now, the one other thing I was going to say is, and again, it's not a criticism, it's just a statement one way or another. The pockets, the 2 major pockets, right? So there's the front major pocket here, which is the main major pocket, and then the back one, which is also pocket. They're fairly close in size, which becomes a mixed bag for me, because when I'm putting things in there, I tend to have larger, bulky items. I totally forgot that I bring 3 jackets with me. I have one of those down puffers that compresses into a thing, and then I have, it's the 3-in-1 Eddie Bauer jacket that has a down insert and then rain outer shell, and then you can zip them together to wear it at the same time. So I bring those 2, and then I bring a sweater, either for the plane or for a pillow or whatever. But they're bulky items, and so I find that when I'm packing, it sometimes gets hard, and I can't really explain it, but it gets very hard sometimes to have, to not have one very, very large main pocket with the bulky items. Because this back one, which does account for a good number of the liters, doesn't really allow for bulky items. And most of my items do have bulk. Even the clothes, I started using compression cubes, which help a little bit, but it's hard. I would almost rather this back one be really just computer and not have that extra space for me and for what I travel. And again, not a criticism, just for me. So if you travel like me, that might hold you back a little bit. But maybe this be a little smaller and this one be a little bit bigger again, because bulk for me is better. But that's me.
Yeah, mine's the opposite.
Yeah.
So I put the computer in the big part and then the bulky items in the back, and I find that because
Can you fit the bulky ones in the back?
Yeah,
Okay.
I can.
Okay, I couldn't. Yeah, it would just be too tight. So
Yeah, I have my packable puffer as well. Throw it in there. The sweater, because a lot of times, we're coming from a warm area going to a cold area, so we got to bring the puffer on in the backpack for easy access when we, land. And I will also say, for me, it fits all of the essentials, which is a lot, given, the camera, I got to have the speaker and the makeup, XYZ. So I find it nice because when I do get to my destination, I unpack the backpack so I can have the essentials with me, and then I can use it for hiking and for the daytime adventures, and still have the water bladder in there that has the straw coming through the top. It still has my utensils. It still has the ability to carry the fanny and my necessities in the front. So I like it too, also because when I'm going hiking, I mean, the comfort, obviously I mentioned, and I do find that the straps are amazing. I mean, they really take the weight off.
And there are a lot of adjustment options on this bag.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
And so it's lightweight, it's technically advanced, it's waterproof.
Is it waterproof?
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
The bag is waterproof?
I'm pretty sure, because I don't think I would have one that wasn't waterproof.
I'm shocked. I'm not doubting you, but I want to see it. Let's see what happens. It's not soaking in yet. I don't know if you can see that. I had no idea. It's certainly resistant, if not proof, for sure. Wow. Look at that. Go Cotopaxi.
Yes.
I'm really impressed. Wow. I don't know if you can see that droplet of water, but it is not soaking in. I am, did not know that.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
I need that just because of being outdoors and using it, and the potential for any inclement weather.
Right. No, it's dry. It's dry inside.
Yep.
Son of a gun. One other thing I'll say, one other mild attraction. I don't know if it's just my bag. I don't know how many times you've used yours. If you can see, I'm already getting some thread pull. It's already de-stitching a little bit. And I mean, I guess that they would fix that because it's clearly a manufacturer thing here. But there's a thread coming out already.
Yeah,
And again,
is all
I think
good.
10 or 15 times I've used it. And again, it's not wet on the inside.
I think I've used mine around the same amount, maybe a little bit more. I mean, the trips that I go on are usually pretty long in duration.
And you're outdoors and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Like I'm literally Uber to airport to air train to rental car to either teach or hotel. Right. And that's kind of it. I'm not in the elements all that much unless I'm walking from one spot to another. You are actually in the woods, which I think in general gives it, gives the backpack a little bit more of a beating.
And there's so many places to put the carabiners on. I mean, that's probably my favorite part, is all the attachments.
This bag is absolutely option and feature rich. It really is. It's probably one of the most complicated, and not in a bad way, but one of the most complicated backpacks I own, and I do own a number of backpacks, but it has so many features. And it's got good quality zipper pulls, a lot of stitching, and good quality stitching, etc. So, I don't know. Overall, I still love the bag emotionally. I use it less, like I said, because of the comfort thing, and because of the pocket distribution thing, because it doesn't work as well for me for that. But I still do love the bag overall. I also think it's beautiful. What are your quick snippets of the of the bag. It sounds like you really, really like this bag.
Yeah, so quick snippets of the bag. I think it's durable, it's diverse. The variety of pockets allow for, one, me to remember what I have in them, where they are located, so I'm not searching. And then two, to bring different items to have accessibility and then size a factor in those, which is really nice. So I feel like it satisfies my needs in regard to what I'm carrying and how I'm using it, being durable and diverse. And then two, I actually do use this carrying strap quite a lot, either to pick it up, making it very easy to do that whenever I need to make a quick move or get it out from under the seat in the airplane, and then also when I put it on top of the suitcase, which this is what you showed me this.
Yes,
when
that
it goes
trick.
on top, that you have the handle, and then the strap will fold over the handle of the suitcase and just be secured on there, and I use that and I love that.
This is a Thule bag, which we'll review later, but this has the actual built-in strap. This is for the luggage handle to go up through. This one doesn't have that as part of the bag, but like Monica was just saying, you can kind of make do with that one.
Yeah.
So
No, I think it's easier on the top like that because
it's stable, right?
it on,
It's more stable because the top is not going to tilt forward, especially if it's top heavy for some reason. And then you can also use the waist straps to wrap around that back, to wrap around that too, and the chest straps to wrap around the metal pole handle. So
and it's just really pretty. I mean, the colors and the style. Color block is in. We had this fun activity with the kids where we were naming all the colors, and so it's pretty cool. They have the option now. I think sometimes they go back and forth Cotopaxi where you can either get it randomized or you can see the ones that are randomized.
Oh,
and
yes.
choose it.
Yes,
Sometimes they have the option, sometimes they don't. But right now I went on the website earlier today and I saw that they do have the random
some
colors
pre-made
ones that you can
interesting. Oh, I didn't know that.
choose.
Excellent. Well, I don't know if I have much more about the bag, but really appreciate you watching. Definitely, if you like these videos, feel free to subscribe. And yeah, overall, I like the bag a lot. Not perfect for me, but I definitely like the bag a lot. I agree with everything that Monica said, other than the comfort part for me, again. Didn't fit great, but love the bag. Thank you guys for watching. I'm David Troy again, and
I'm Monica, and thank you for watching. I hope you liked this video and you try it out for yourselves.
and this is the Inca 26 from Cotopaxi.